Hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Yo, here we go. Week number 7.
Yes.
Remember anymore. There's a lot of weeks going on. Just about to hit the halfway point of the season after this week. This used to be hump week, but now everything's different. There's no real hump. You just got a straight divider in the middle. You got even number of games.
The ass just got bigger. It's one cheek to the other. And then there's,
this is
crack there.
Yeah, right. Between Tuesday and Thursday next week, it's crack week. Crack day.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That makes sense. It's like, and we're still on this.
Yeah, you just got to grab the ass.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, so exciting. I loved it today. We saw 15 waivers processed. That has to be record, I think, by a long shot. It was incredible. I love it. I love to see everybody participate and spending cheddar. Yeah, I spent all my money and I saw that 2 of his ribs are still bruised, but whatever, fuck it. It was worth it in the end.
D'Lo spent money but didn't get a player.
Yeah, he tried for once. It was shocking. It was a defense too, right? So it was even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, still did, and he's going to keep his streak alive. But where he's going to blow, I don't know, hopefully $150 somewhere down the line. I think that would be fun. For no reason. But yeah, a bunch of moves. Some teams who should have made some didn't make any. Really, one team in particular that we
Looking at you, Rachel.
Yeah. But everybody else, I think we're going into most a good bit of teams are getting starting. This is really buy hell week for few teams, some big name marquee teams going on by. A lot of starters going to be out. Really, the next 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks is going to be everybody going for buys, and going to be some finagling. You're going to have to make some choices, hard choices, some sacrifices, and that's what makes it fun. It's like the difference between the NL and the AL in baseball. Sometimes you got to make some double switches and pull a pitcher out of there and put somebody over there and shove somebody in the 5th spot. I mean, you can do all these things. It's a little more thinking. It's fun. It's exciting. This is where we're going to see who's got their big boy pants ready. As we discussed yesterday, everybody's really toit pants.
Like a toy guy.
Exactly. And, well, it's fun, but it's tough. It's nerve-wracking for everybody. And, yeah, we'll see how we're going to do this week. I think it's going to be another fun, exciting week. There's I wouldn't call it an interesting game tomorrow. It's a game.
It's a game. It's a poop fest. It's the first Thursday night poop fest we've had. Honestly, the Thursday night games have been okay. I mean, last week you knew who was going to win. It wasn't exactly a great game, but it's never been 2 ugly teams yet.
Yeah. Right.
Now we finally have the poop fest. Like tomorrow night's going to be gross.
Yeah,
and the color, and even from a looking at it perspective,
visual, yeah,
it's orange versus burnt orange.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Yeah. Where's it? I forget. Is that game is it in Cleveland or Denver?
I think it's in Cleveland.
In Cleveland, so yeah, it's gonna be.
I think it's in Cleveland.
Brown and orange, and then just white and orange. It's gonna be just disgusting. Yeah. I don't know if they do color rush anymore, but I'm sure whatever color rush they come up with will just be disgusting. I mean, it's
I mean,
like
the
creamsicle fell into a mud pie. It's gross.
The only hope is that the Broncos come out in their navy blues instead of the.
That's really the only hope. You're right. I don't know. I mean, if they're doing like some kind of color rush, I think they'd have to because like the Browns' 2 colors are orange and burnt orange. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. It's gross. It's going to be a nasty game. Everybody can take it off. Start watching basketball. Started. We talked about that yesterday. And everybody, free. You have cable. you probably get a free preview, and even I think probably on NBA.com, free preview of League Pass, so you can watch some games, check out some basketball, see if you find anything you like. I don't know, it's fun. It's something. And NHL, for everybody who likes hockey, they don't have a center ice anymore. Everything's on ESPN Plus, so I can watch all the games on there, which is fun. And now there's a game tonight on TNT too, which is even it's nice and interesting. Fuck NBC, we're good, killing it. All right, let's see what awesomeness we have. Yeah.
Well, as an aside too, as we're approaching Bipocalypse, and the next 3 weeks being another more, Bipocalypse 2, Bipocalypse Now, whatever we can keep, going with those.
Here's another one. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. The waiver wire is not the only way to pick up players, everybody. You can make trades. You can make trades. I'm a little salty, but you can make trades.
He's got a point. Yeah, you can make trades. There's a lot of people out there on rosters who are just sitting on benches. I'm not getting much love. So, yeah, make a trade. There's no reason not to, especially if you're in the bottom of the barrel. I mean, you got to make some moves up. Or if you're at the top, you want to solidify your positioning, build out that depth. Depth is always important because injuries are happening a lot. They continue to happen. Plus, through Bipocalypse, you need replacement players.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can maybe throw 1 week, but you can't throw a couple in this league. Everybody's going to pounce and fuck your shit up. That's good. Let's see. I want everybody to do that. It's exciting. All right. So we'll just jump into these matchups here and we'll see. And we're going to get a first good example of what Bipocalypse truly means. As you see right off the bat, we got myself versus Mr. Grant, Mr. Leader, Mr. Waterfall Chaser, who loves all the other TLC shows. He can say what he wants. He's full of shit. But, you look right off the bat, you got Tua versus Jalen Hurts, and that's just not exciting really for anybody. But, Grant is really getting hit mostly by the Bipocalypse this week. He's got his Bills players, his Cowboys, and fucking like half his team has just said, fuck it, we're going to the beach this week. I'm not taking him with him. But yeah, you look at the matchup, Kamara returns, Harris, Mitchell, big boy Robert Woods, Myers, Samuel, goddamn Cordarrelle Patterson, who you can trust to fuck your shit up no matter what, either way. An OBJ who's just hanging around in that god-awful Thursday game. Tyler Boyd, the boy, and then the defenses and special teams, which, look pretty even. Feel like the Colts are getting a little bit undervalued again, but and then here's what we show. This is what everybody, for everyone to see Bipocalypse, this is Bipocalypse. You look at Grant's team, Josh Allen on a bye, Zeke Elliott on a bye, Tony Pollard on a bye. Fucking damn it. Amari Cooper on a bye, Mike Williams on a bye, and Tony who's about to die. Oh, anyway, right. But anyway,
on the other side of the aisle, though, Herbert and Allen.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got Herbert and Allen as well. I'm also dealing with bye issues, but I'm just saying for Bipocalypse, the thing is trying to let people know. I mean, this is why you got to be prepared. You got 5 fucking guys on a bye. I mean, that's your whole bench depleted. So make sure. I mean, make sure you have a bench too. You got to be able to swing. I mean, you look. His team isn't as good as it normally is, but it's still serviceable. It can go out there and win. It's not, disgusting. So.
Odell's quote today was, "I hope to be a game time decision tomorrow."
That's
so
the thing you want to hear.
If that's you aspiring to be a game time decision, that's not a good thing. I would think the quote would be, "I want to be out there, not I want to be a game time decision."
Well, they got their bye week coming on. Maybe he just wants to get out to the boat early. I don't know.
That could very well be it.
The end of the year,
he's jealous that everybody else has been in a boat and he doesn't get to do it till week 13.
He's got to be in fucking Cleveland for the week. Oh,
yeah.
Poor guy. I get it. Week 13, that's so long from now. Basically the end of the season.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But, we'll jump right into it. I got to bet on myself to win this here. After a struggle last week, I'd like to just ride the momentum of Grant continuing to struggle. Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna pick a crazy buy or a crazy prediction here. I don't know who my quarterback is going to be, but whoever I start at quarterback is going to get 30 plus points.
Okay. I'm I'm going with you as well.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But you got to follow me on this one. This is a very complicated, bold prediction, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
Your running back, which I'm assuming is you're going to fly solo with Kamara,
Most likely.
outscores Grant's running backs by the same total that Jalen Hurts outscores your quarterback.
Okay. Oh, God. It's going to take me a year to make this. Mary outscores Grant's. For everybody at home, I'm going to read it back to you because this is a prediction. All right. So Mike's running backs going to outscore Grant's running backs by the same total that Hurts outscores my QB to be named later.
Now, listen, give me like a plus or minus 2 or 3. Don't make me get to the exact total. You know what I mean? Because like if I nail it by, it's a 30-point margin and all of a sudden it's like 31-32, like that's kind of defeating. The point is I'm trying to be within, 5 to 10. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. We'll see here how it works. First, Kamara's got to outscore the 2 running backs. So let's see. We'll see if that works. Then we'll go from there. We'll make a game time decision on how it really ends up. We'll check here to see. Tim came back in here, firing up predictions again. Tim thinks I'm going to win too, so that's just going to nail in my coffin. See ya. And he thinks it's going to be the lowest scoring matchup of the week, which fuck you, Tim.
Yeah, he's predicting a WNBA championship, huh?
That's 2 people predicting that in a row. 2 weeks against me, and it fucking hurt me last week, you bitch. And fuck you, Tim.
My bad.
Yeah, you should be. I would have been fine if I would have won it, but I didn't. Speaking of that butthole, Tim, let's look at his terrible-looking matchup this week. Tim is not really hitting too much bye trouble, just his starting running back out, but still just looking. I don't know. Just the prediction gods don't like him this week. You got Wentz in there instead of his favorite player, Heineke, which I don't know why it's his favorite player. Why do you take him out? I don't think he's on a bye. Then Lamar's still in. Mariah's not hitting much. Bye trouble's issue, really. Big Derrick Henry going to fuck everybody up like always. Jamie Connor finally getting a start in this lineup, even though he's been consistently doing pretty good. The Falcons come back and force Davis and Ridley, Bruce Kelsey, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Mark Andrews, Robbie Anderson. Really in this one, and then Tim needs to find a defensive team still. But, Slim Pickens, I think, on that one out there. Some good moves today. But, I think for this one, Tim's going to come down to just how well are Devontae Adams and Mark Andrews going to carry your fucking team. It's really what it looks like. Pretty much it. On the other side, will the guys show up? A lot of players playing in Kansas City Chiefs matchup, which is should be a barn burner in theory. Been weird games. We don't really know what we're going to get out of this, but should be a barn burner. So you know what? I'll jump right in. I think Mariah is going to win this one. Fuck you, Tim. I'll pick against you again because it worked for me last week. And then, for a bold prediction, we'll go crazy bold on this one. I'll say that James Conner is going to get 20-plus points this week.
Well. I have Timothy winning this matchup.
You don't want to.
And my bold prediction is Mike Davis 30 burger.
Woo! That's a bold prediction. All right. 30 burger over Cordarrelle Patterson? You're crazy.
Oh, yeah. Mikey Davis 30 burger.
Well, Tim, at least we got to give him credit. He did bet on himself, so there's that. And he also thinks that Carson Wentz will be a top 5 quarterback.
I love Carson as much as the next guy, but it's asking a lot.
Yeah, San Francisco, tough matchup too, Sunday night. On the road, West Coast, not a great place to be. But I think it'll be an interesting matchup here. If Mariah pulls off that victory, it just brings Tim down to the rest of us, and it's going to get interesting fast. That's for sure. Moving on down, we see Kelly versus Lyle. Looking good on paper at the moment. But we'll see on that one. Kelly's hitting some bye weeks. Lyle's hitting some bye weeks. Had to make a last-second move to pick up Zachy Wilson, who I think his only good thing about him is he's a hot mom. I think that's the dude with hot mom, right? And but nothing else for that dude. Can't drink.
Hot mom, hot girlfriend too. I think the girlfriend's hot, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I don't know. Anybody ever, I think, talked about his mom was all I saw, but I mean, I still don't see why not. He's an NFL quarterback. Sure, he's Mormon, so whatever that means. But yeah, Kelly's got her own QB troubles anyway with Russell Wilson warming up and staying hurt. That was just weird. We didn't talk about that. That was weird. They showed that. But yeah, Aaron Jones still around. Damian Williams still around. Or Darrell Williams. Right, Darrell Williams.
Yeah.
They confuse me. Damian Williams was there once. It's too confusing, these guys. You can't give me Williams. People change. Get more unique names. Come on, guys. I mean, geez.
That's like one of those dirty moves that you can pull in an auction draft. It's me putting that guy up instead of the other one.
It was like, between Jordan Cameron or Cameron Jordan, the same thing. It's nuts. Looking down, Swift, Brown, Waller, Kirk, Fant. Fant just doesn't get much love. Callaway, some of these late waiver pickups. Smith, Sutton getting a lot of love. Kelly with the big move, picking up the Cardinals defense, who has been very good. They're ranked number 2. They had I think one bad game, maybe 1-2, but they've been killing a lot of these bad teams. So it's pretty good. Pretty good pick. And the Falcons defense is just whatever at this point. But yeah, right. Lyle did not have a quarterback, had to stream one. He's been holding on to Deshaun Watson for absolutely no fucking reason. But whatever, man. Eat that roster spot. It does not matter. That dude is not going to play at all. What I even saw one of these blurbs that said oh, Miami might want to trade for him. I'm like, why?
Yeah, no, they're not going to. Yeah, well, I mean, they will, but they're doing it in the offseason. They'll wait until the offseason. They're going to wait till everything clears over.
Yeah, he's not going to play either way because he's on the commissioner's list, right? So it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's not. Technically, he's not. It's the Texans that aren't playing it.
I thought he was going to be put on that list, but I guess
no, because the NFL is doing this thing now. You saw it with Gruden, where they're saying to the team behind closed doors, "We're waiting for you to do the right thing. We're not going to step in." So that way, Goodell doesn't have to have his hands dirty when it comes down to some bad decision making. If it ever gets to that point,
it doesn't matter. But yeah. So anyway, go with the Zach Wilson start. It just looks ugly all around. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
My first thought is, what the fuck? Because as much as I hate to say this, I know it feels like I'm ragging on Kelly every week, but it really is not a good 4-2 team. Like it's the team's done a lot in the last 2 weeks. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, especially last one. And this one, because this team on paper looks better. But what's frustrating to me is this team's going to be 5-2 when this week is over. If I got that record right, 5-2 when this week is over, and it's because some idiot chose to start Zach Wilson against the fucking New England Patriots in New England, where now it's calling for sun, but the forecast originally was for rain.
The
last time Zach Wilson played New England was week 3, and he had 4 points. So I don't understand. Or week 3, or I'm sorry, week 2, he had 4 points.
He did even worse in week 3.
He did even worse in week 3. Look at those points: 22 in the first week, 22 in week 4, and single digits every single time.
Single digits, yeah.
In what world do you want this guy as your starting quarterback in fantasy?
Right. Yes, we did have that discussion. I think, he's number 29 quarterback, which there's only 32 teams in the league, so should tell you something. But I mean, he potential there to be not bad. They're letting him throw the ball out, which is good. But he's a fucking kid. Rookie kid, shitty team.
I can make an argument that you should start Taysom Hill over him. I can make a damn good argument that you should start Taysom Hill over him in fantasy football. If this is truly your best option, you're already looking at no. So
Case Keenum's still out there.
yeah. So my bold prediction is going to be that this is the WNBA championship.
And you're going to pick Kelly to win it.
But Kelly wins it. She's the WNBA champion.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah, her team has been all over the points, but I will pick Kelly as well because, I look at this again. Yeah, right. She made some good plays. Some of these waiver picks coming up. I mean, I think I've been pretty high on Matty Ice. He's had some solid weeks. Last two ones he played were good. He is, but he was an MVP candidate.
Uh-oh. I think I lost you, Mikey.
Oh.
So you said MVP candidate, and then we had a little
he was once
glitch.
an MVP candidate, right? My internet is unstable. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Matt Ryan, he's a dude that's coming up. I think that's a good for you looking for backup quarterbacks. It's not a bad one to have. I think he's maybe just finally waking up. He's got weapons, so I mean that's a big start. Aaron Jones is still big. Darrell Williams had a great week last week. The Cardinals still love to score points against fucking Houston. Everybody's just taking their shot to run up the score against Houston, which I don't blame them. Callaway is a dude he's been all over the place, but if Jameis decides to throw the ball more, he's got a chance to do something. I mean, he's the number one receiver there at the moment. So, sure, he's a little across the aisle. Sutton can do things. I don't know. Smith is an all right dude. I mean, you're really just looking at Waller and then hoping for Brown and Swift to make, big points, but there's no guarantee on those guys, especially in, rainy game against Cincinnati and then against the Rams defense, who's pretty fucking good. And they're most likely going to be down in that game pretty quick. So, I mean, to me, it just looks like Kelly's got this one all the way. For a bold prediction, I'm going to kind of go on the opposite end here. I think that Kelly's going to put up a 160 burger as a team.
Ooh.
I think she's going to go the opposite end. It doesn't look pretty, but you know what? Her team's coming out to play. It's going big. This one we go to Tim's looks on here. Tim goes opposite us, picking Lyle on this one because he's just a crazy man. He also thinks Devonta Smith is going to have 100 yards and 2 TDs, which is typically a killer for predictions for Tim. But,
Yep. There goes Devonta Smith's game. There goes Devonta Smith's possible season. So
you never know. It's real crapshoot at this point. He's in Vegas. He might never come back.
That's true.
Do what Urban did and just hang out at the local restaurants. What? Jesus. I don't know. I don't think who knows? Anything's possible, but it doesn't look great.
Oh man.
Scratching your head on this one. Scratch, what the hell happened? Why am
I'm scratching my head on a lot of them, but what
I
else?
don't blame you, sir. We're gonna head down to your fancy boy matchup of the week, where I mean, I don't think you see too many previews that start off with a 99% chance to win. I mean, that's well, I understand it's all because of Cody's team's on bye, but still, it's big. Cody getting another big bye, one of the bye bugs this week as well. You see right off the bat is 2 big-time running backs who've been scoring in bunches, not playing. Deontay Johnson, who's really is the number one in the Steelers offense, who's kind of found a mini groove, not going. The Jacksonville defense not going as well. Khalil Mack is just there. But, on the other side of the ball, man, your team, you're looking good. Defense, special teams looking there. You're AJ Green, A. Brown, Evans, McScoren, Henderson, and Stafford going to Detroit. Big Detroit game. Stafford could try to show off against his old fuckboys of a team. No. We did see Tom Brady try to do that, and he didn't do well. Though that was very different because the Patriots are at least a well-coached team, and that's not as crazy. I could see Tom Brady trying not to show off for some stupid reason for Mr. Kraft or whatever bullshit. But we know that Stafford doesn't have those kind of feelings at all, and he should and deserves to hate that fucking organization because Yeah, they're getting better now. I mean, I like Dan Campbell out there now. They're extremely unlucky. At least they're likable now, but they're extremely unlucky.
It's the truth.
They weren't so likable with all the people around Stafford in years past, but it is what it is. Anyway, obviously on paper, your team's looking pretty good. I don't know. We slide down and try to guess what Cody's really going to do here. Mixon, I guess, will obviously get the start, and then after that, I don't know.
Those three will probably get slated in. I did the math on it. If he plugs in a full lineup with his top predictions, projections, it works out to be about 120, 110, 120.
Yeah, probably Mixon, Cooks, and Gasecki, which I would think would be the three these guys you plug in anyway. It looks like he's still got room to pick up some dudes too. I guess some waiver or some injuries.
Yeah,
but he's got fucking Cooper Kupp. Who again? At least you're gonna maybe wipe him out when with Stafford's numbers because that's his favorite boy right there. It's seeing Lockett. Did not have a great showing with Geno, and he's got to see him again. So, and then Tom Brady. He's Tom Brady, but I don't know if it's a rainy day in Chicago or against Chicago. Maybe he's not having this day. But yeah, I think I'm going to easily just go on this one. The projections obviously will come back closer, but I think you got this one. Cody's bye trouble is just going to be too much to overcome. And, I'm going to go with the pettiness factor. And I think that, I think Stafford and Henderson combined will get you 80 points.
Okay. I'll give my bold prediction first, which is Matt Stafford's QB1 on the week.
Okay.
He's the best quarterback on the week. And I'm obviously going to pick myself. And just from an analysis standpoint, like, no matter what Cody does, I think I win this game. As weird as that is to say, because I've negated two of the three targets two of the four targets that Tom Brady throws to.
True.
I get whatever points Matt Stafford gets to Cooper Kupp at the same time. Mm-hmm. Not to mention that I also get anytime the Rams score a touchdown not through the air, in theory, it comes off of Darrell Henderson.
Yeah.
So I think I've just wiped out enough of his current projected players that are in his lineup.
Yeah.
That even if you plug those other guys in, barring Mixon lighting the world on fire and giving like a 60 burger, it's I think it's kind of a lock to the point where, this isn't part of my bold prediction, but I think the projection is going to be that I'm going to be one of the larger margins of victory this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it looks. Yeah, I mean, Cody's got the bye troubles, and he didn't make any waiver plays this week, and I don't know that too many of them will really help. But I mean, it's tough. This is a true bye apocalypse type situation that Grant's kind of getting. It's a good team, but he's hamstrung by the buys. You're really not, and so it's paper. It's a no brainer. And so Tim, we look at Tim. Bastard Tim picked you to win as well. He's just copying us at this point. Tim also thinks that A.K. Green, the Russian wide receiver for the Cardinals, is going to have 2 touchdowns.
Timmy.
Green, yes. We got the ball to that Green. And I just, if you look at it on paper, it just seems kind of like a no-brainer. You hate to say those kind of things, but, I mean, obviously anything can happen, but like you said, his quarterback's thrown to your receivers, your quarterback's thrown to his receiver. You're wiping out a lot of his stuff, his best players, really. So, and best players are on a bye. So it's anything can happen, but it's not really looking so great from a man right now. Sliding on to our next match for the week, Mr. DiLorenzo versus Rachel, who's, I guess, got a full lineup. And even projection, which is pretty crazy to think about right now.
I think that just happened since we started the podcast, too. It didn't look that way earlier.
Yeah, well, and also we got a kicker missing, so I guess it'll change a little bit. But, Dilo's sitting on a bye trouble as well. His bench is pretty fucking depleted at the moment. Rachel's just in a perpetual state of bye week in her mind. We look at it again. You got got Mahomes and Rodgers, seemed like a pretty even type of thing. Fournette, who had a huge week, could have another one. And Chubba Hubba against the shitty Giants also works well. Chase Edmonds is really not doing all that great out there in Arizona at the moment. He's not bad, but he's not doing great. Probably get you double digits, but that's about it. DK, our favorite target of Geno, didn't have a great week last week. So, I mean, you're hamstrung by Geno. You never know what you're going to get. TJ Moore, Pitts, guys, and Pittman, versus Jones and Chase. I mean, just on paper again, one side just looks a lot stronger than the other. And has consistently played pretty good. This lineup has not fucking changed for the obvious reasons we've set out, though. But to be fair, right now, it's really not going to get better bench either. So, is what it is. But, waivers or trades could improve it for sure. But, I don't know. I look at it, and even though the projection's close, I can only see one winner coming out of here.
Yeah, I think I see the same winner, Mike.
Yeah.
It's Team D'Lo for me, and I'm sure it's Team D'Lo for you. But that being said, I do have a bold prediction that kind of seems like it spits in the face of the whole D'Lo-Lorenzo matchup.
Well, hey, go do it.
I think, unfortunately, the Ravens figured something out in pass defense, and Jamar Chase goes sub 6.
Oh, okay. Sub 6. I like it. Nice and bold. And all that fun stuff. I try to think bold-wise the other ways anywhere here. Who the hell knows? Fournette had that big game. I think Fournette's just going to disappear in this one for reasons. I think Fournette's going to have a sub 7 game.
Well, we both picked D'Lo, and here we are shitting on him. So it's looks like it's down to Patty Mahomes.
Well, that's what it was always going to be anyway. We knew that going in. But I don't know, man. I think Fournette, he just had too good of a week. I don't know. I think Chase could be good. We'll see. Who knows?
Oh, and don't sleep on that Chuba matchup versus the Giants either. I think that's a good one as well.
Well, that's a great one too, right? That's he could easily carry that load. He's been doing great standing in, and the Giants team got work last week, and they have really no offense, so they could get hurt pretty good at the moment. Tim also kind of feeling us on our train, and he thinks that Waddle is going to have 200 yards and a touchdown.
Well, it's been a good rookie season, Jalen Waddle. Sorry that it's now over.
You know what? If that dude's getting 200 yards in TD, that means Tua is probably doing pretty good. So I can't. I like that. I guess. Probably good for me overall. So I'll be selfish on that, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Not exciting overall, but we'll see at the end of the day. Moving on, finally to our matchup of the week, which was a tough one this week because really things just don't look too great. You got buys and just oddly matched up teams, but we feel like this is going to be the good one by projection just right now. And I think overall the teams line up pretty evenly too. This is Alex and Conlon, both playing each other. 3-3 team sitting in the middle of the pack. I think technically both are on the outs looking in at the moment. I think sitting at 3-3 have the points right now. But again, these are two teams that are just they're very odd. One team looks really great on paper always, but it's just as inconsistent as you can fucking imagine. Another team looks like shit, but always plays consistently well. So, it is what it is. Led by their quarterbacks. You got Kyle Murray, Sam Darnold, and then the running back situation, it's a little bit trickier. Taylor's the big gun. Gibson may or may not play, may play limited, who knows. Not looking great there. And then, of course, the big receivers and Hill and Hopkins, going against Godwin, Renfro and Seals Jones, not looking so great over there. But Higgins versus Parker looks better. Sliding down, hey, Baltimore defense right there. They figured it out, looking pretty good. Then the Patriots got the Jets, which is always pretty good. Because even if the Jets got some talent, they're very turnover prone. And then, Levante David, who is he hurt? Was he hurt?
Yeah, something.
He was hurt last week.
Yeah, he didn't play.
See if he plays this week. And then, first Fred Warner, late pickup. And, these teams hitting some bye issues. Buffalo players are out, which always hurts. Marvin Jones.
Injured Nick Chubb.
Spiritual leader. Nick Chubb hurt. Yeah, Alex is taking a bit of a bug here. Hurts, and people on buys. It's not sitting great. Collins just really has Diggs out. That's pretty much his only. And the man, Trevor Lawrence, not playing either. So, of course, it's just a heartbreaker all around. You got Sam Darnold doesn't have the flow. So, it's just tough. It's gross. I looked even this week, but I think, I think Collins probably going to pull it out. I just like the looks of his team's better. Darnold getting a great matchup. And then, his big guns are big guns while Alex is sitting on a lot of injuries and buys. But for a bold prediction, I will say bold prediction, the Patriots defense scores 15 plus points.
Okay. I've got Alex winning this.
Okay.
That's a straight up gut feeling.
That's all.
Maybe this goes hand in hand with my bold prediction, but I think it also goes hand in hand with kind of the way the matchup I think goes is that there's no way in hell the Colts are going to want to try to throw the ball this weekend. They're going to try to run a lot. So I think Fred Warner has 20 plus points.
Okay.
He's going to be tackling Johnny Taylor, and that San Francisco run defense is not bad. The pass defense is better, but it's not bad. So it's I love Carson. This is a weird Sunday night matchup. I know why they did it because both teams are supposed to be much better than they are. But at least record wise, I mean, the Colts really could be 5-1 if a couple plays went their way. But you could also probably say that about 80% of the NFL. So. But I think that not that I'm saying Johnny Taylor gets hurt. I just don't think Johnny Taylor gets off. I think Fred, not his best game for sure.
Sure, makes sense. I like it. Going to what Tim picks. Tim is in line with you thinking Alex is going to win, and that Godwin will have a 35 burger. Godwin 35.
Fuck that shit.
He's going against Ray, just a slap in your face, man. He's just saying. Fuck you guys. Timmy Brady is gonna light up fucking Godwin and really, outdo your stuff.
I have a bonus bold prediction.
Okay, bonus. I like it.
Hunter Renfrow drops 20 plus.
Okay, Renfrow 20 plus. Okay.
Hunter Renfrow seems like one of those guys that Sunday afternoon is going to be hated by the city of Philadelphia again because he just is a relatively quiet player that's just going to come out and shit on us in a game against, Vegas out in their home while our players are too busy mesmerized by casinos and shit. So, I kind of have this Hunter Renfrow hunch, and maybe that was my hunch that I had to begin with. So Hunter Renfrow 20 plus, Fred Warner 20 plus, Alex victory.
Okay. I like the hunches. We're all about hunches here. That's the most important thing. So, I think, things are just ugly because of the buys, but, things we're going to be shaping up to be probably close, exciting matchups. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be another interesting week here, week 7 of the league. It's a big week, a lot of those 3-3 teams, going to push up to 4-3 or down to 3-4. You're going to see a lot of that action. Who's going to come down? The teams at the top aren't that far at the top. If they both drop this week, you'd get yourself even more of a clusterfuck.
Absolutely.
Who knows at this point? It's going to be great. It's going to be exciting as always. I expect it to be the best, fun, most great time ever. I don't know. Things are going to happen. It'll be cool. But 2 days of waivers. Well, 3 days, several days of waivers left. Everybody get out there, play your waivers, do your things. Enjoy shitty Thursday night football. At least you can watch it now. It's not buried in the NFL Network, I guess. This is a game that should have buried in the NFL Network.
This is 100% a game that should have been buried on the NFL Network.
No one's watching shit. It's like, oh, it's on the NFL Network. Who cares anyway? I don't want to watch this garbage.
Poop fest.
Poop. It's Poop City, the poop mouth. I mean, both visually, in terms of colors and on the field. So it's just damn nasty poop. But looking forward to a good week, everybody. Yeah, have fun. Enjoy yourself. Party hard. Party on, Wayne.
Yes. Party on, Garth.
Slip and slide records. Get down. Finna take it to the highs. Just get on up and get down. All of my peoples all across the world. This song goes out to all the boys and girls. You want them thugs to come and turn your body out. You better take it to the high. Come on. Yes, sir. Slip and slide getting loose. More punch than your bowl of juice. And ain't nobody more jiggy than us. Stuff so rough it causes head rush like whoa. Give it to me, bring it here. Don't stop, girl, shake it here, shake it there. Let Money Mark get off your derriere. We off the chain for the whole year. So if you look good with a big old butt, live in your own crib and make your own bucks. Hit me up, TradePlus.com and tell me where you from. Smoke out, choke out, we get off the chain like we just broke out. You don't know about me, J-Dot. When I come through, all the haters get hot. Cause I got more dang, more cheese in the bank, more rain. My dogs on dubs, yours ain't. My dogs do whatever.